Welcome to Conversations with Masesi, where my guest and I talk about everything life, family, love, community, and everything in between. Ladies and gentlemen, understanding seasonal changes is crucial not just for our physical well-being, but also for our mental health. As the seasons shift, so too do our emotional, psychological states. Our guest today, Rachel, will help us explore how these changes impact us and how we can adapt to maintain mental wellness throughout the year. Rachel, good to have you again.
Yes, thank you for having me back. I enjoy it.
Yes, as you have heard, we're talking about seasonal changes.
Yeah, yep.
Seasons, when they change, it's hard.
It really, really is. We see it especially in this time frame where people are returning to work, when the days are getting shorter and things are getting colder, and we have to put away our boats and our quads and our skidoos and all those things that we love doing in the summer.
Yeah.
So it is really hard, not only weather-wise with like shorter days, colder season. We know that winter's coming.
Yes.
But also we put away a lot of those like enjoyable things that we do, sports and the outdoor activities, and kids go back to school. So our schedules become really rigid again. And that's a hard change seasonally.
Help us deal with these changes. How can one prepare for them? Because I think we are good at preparing the wardrobe for it, but what about our mental health?
So, I mean, I tell people to take that moment to look at how our activities are going to shift. You know, like let's start thinking about what are the hobbies and things we enjoy doing that we can do indoors, that we can do in the evenings, you know, that keep us kind of out of the cold. Because that's a big thing, is that people get done with their summer activities and then they're like, oh, I don't have anything fun going on.
Yes.
And we get down, right?
Yeah, we do.
So I talk about that mindset shift to like, okay, let's shift our activities. But also things like making sure that your self-care is like ramped up when we're going back to school and when we're starting that routine again, because it's stressful, you know. So like the meditation, the self-care in regards to like hygiene, take that long bath, take that long walk, you know, just those things to really nurture your mental health and your physical well-being, because they're tied together for sure.
Yeah, so the practical things, that long bath will help you.
Yep.
But now seasons are changing. I have so many things to do. Do you recommend maybe like a routine that one can have?
Yeah, I'm a very big scheduler. I have this jumbo whiteboard on my wall.
Oh, really?
Jumbo calendar. You know, everyone's got a to-do list. We've got it all written out. And I recommend it for everyone.
Okay.
Have a schedule that everybody can look at and be diligent.
That is key. Have a schedule that everybody can look at.
Yeah, because that takes away that default parenthood that we see, that makes sure that everybody's accountable for what they're supposed to be doing and how they can help out. Because being a family is a team effort, right?
Yes, so that way I don't have to be running all the time and my mind is everywhere because somebody doesn't know what they need to do.
Yeah, and it takes away that discord too, right? You're not having to nag your partner or get on your kids because everybody sees the list, right? So it's a big one. It's really helpful.
You know what to do. You don't need me.
Yeah, exactly. Look at the board. It's there. Look at it.
I like how you touched on your own self-care. Take that long bath. It's good for your mind.
Yep.
Have a routine.
Yep.
And when you're part of a family, make sure everybody knows what they're doing, what time.
Yeah.
And that's good for your mind.
It really, really is. That support. Your family is your support system.
Yes.
So making sure that if someone has the ability to help you, that they know how to do it.
Yes.
You know, kids really aren't ever too young to help out. When they're 3, get them to clean up their toys. Sing the cleanup song that everybody knows and get them to put it away, right? Same with your 8-year-old. They can help unload the dishwasher, right? But like having those expectations set out and saying, thanks, this is really, really helpful is awesome. And having it on the board is even better because everybody can see it.
Is it because we try to do everything? And I'll speak as a mom. We try to do everything and be everything to everybody. And that takes a toll on our minds.
It really, really does. And I'm a mom too. I definitely feel it. Moms kind of take on that default parenthood. So when we go back to school, all of those things fall on mom too. The school lunches and the bake sales and the making sure they have school clothes. So it is about making sure that people can help where they can to lessen your load.
And lessening your load helps you to stay mentally healthy.
Yep, it really, really does. It makes
And
room.
if all else fails, there is Rachel. Tell us where they can find you for some sessions.
You can find me on social media mainly. I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, I'm on TikTok. You can reach me on my phone via text or call 306-514-8796. You can email me. thehivementalhealthservices@gmail.com. Yeah, it's I'm really reachable in a lot of different ways. I don't have a website. I didn't find it really beneficial, but I find social media really gets to the demographic that I work with.
Exactly. And it works, so we're not going to try fixing it.
Yeah.
Especially because now we have young families.
Yeah.
Some people, this is the first time they're doing this. And they're
Exactly.
trying to course correct based on how they were raised.
Yep.
So they will need help.
For sure.
And they can reach out on your Facebook and everywhere else.
Yep.
Now, in the our show Conversations with Masesi, we like highlighting things that happen in the community.
Yeah.
Self-care, yes, we are big on that, but there are things that happen in the community that you do.
Yeah.
Talk to us about that.
So a big thing for me, because I'm a social worker, so my heart really lies with the community,
Yeah.
is I am big on working with like our nomadic demographic. So I do a lot of like warm meal nights and donation drives for like toques and gloves and things like that.
Yeah.
Every year I work with Boston Pizza in Saskatoon to provide pizzas to the community. I did one a couple of months ago. We were outside a city center church and we saw so many people show up. And the things that we heard, like, thanks, this is the first time I ate in days. Oh, now I know what I'm going to be able to feed the kids for supper. You know, like there was so much, but also talking to these people and being able to say, hey, do you need help? Here are the resources I know of. Here's my card. Text me.
Yes.
You know, and being able to say like, I do the groundwork as a social worker. I have no problem resource hunting for people. So it's a good opportunity to meet people where they're at.
And do you have specific months? You do what kind of drive? Let's say, because I think you have something coming up for Thanksgiving.
I do, yeah. So I try to do something for the big ones like Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Okay.
But I also try to do something in the summer, whether it's like I walk around with like freezies and water bottles, you know,
yeah.
whatever works seasonally. But for Thanksgiving, I am donating some turkeys and some chickens to the food bank.
Yes.
But I'm also making it so that clients can opt to bring a canned good or a non-perishable item, and it can forego some of the cost. That way, you know, come the beginning of October, I go in with my big box of canned goods and my chickens and my turkeys and can help out the food bank because I know it really, really struggles when it comes to the holidays.
I need you to explain that Thanksgiving one because I read it and I thought, this is amazing. So I can come for a session, save, and then donate.
Yeah.
Because remember, whether we like it or not, there will be people amongst us that are in need, and we need to come to the party and help.
Yeah. So I've made it that every canned item or every non-perishable item is $5 off of your session fee.
Okay.
To make it more affordable for you, but also to make sure that we're all working together to help out how we can.
Is it only for new clients or even existing ones?
Everybody.
Everybody. Okay, even existing ones can do that. Wow. What are the long-term strategies that you have for our community?
I would really like to get something going in regards to perinatal health. So pregnancy and beyond, essentially. My goal is to start up a health collective. So a fair kind of that happens 2 or 3 times a year where a whole bunch of perinatal services come together. So myself, who focuses on like maternal health, speech and language pathology, a breastfeeding consultant, pelvic floor physiotherapy. I want to see all of us together in one space, just like open and ready to hold a panel for women and mothers who need help and have questions.
And what brought that to you? Like, what's the motivation?
I'm a mom myself, and I just look at the experience I had with my first kid where I was like, I don't know anything. I know nothing. And I don't know the services available. And then I look at my experience with my last kid and I'm like, I know everything. I'm so connected to all of these different people. And that empowerment that comes with feeling like you have support and resources. So that's what I want to offer to other women and to moms, to make sure that when you go in for your first, you feel like a boss, like you know everything there is to know, because that's so important.
It is important because with that, and we have a lot of new mothers that suffer from depression, postpartum. It's a real thing. And to have somebody who says, no, this is how you can go and live and do things, it's what we need.
Yeah. Well, and I also think moms are this demographic that puts themselves last.
Oh,
You know, they don't get exposed to people very often. They're in their homes. They're kind of the behind the scenes worker, which means they're going to suffer in silence. So if I can give you resources and cards and numbers and people to reach out to support you, that means that when you are feeling down, you have all these people that are checking in on you, or that you can reach out to, and you've already got this pre-existing relationship.
And it's not a question of I know them, I don't know them. It's a question of we are here for you no matter what.
Well, exactly.
And we need that. We need that because especially talking as an immigrant myself, I came here with no sister and no mother. Nobody from my family is here with me. So if I have something like that, and I'm a first-time mom, I will be the boss.
Exactly. You will be the boss. You'll feel so empowered, right?
Right.
And that's what we want, right?
Because what depresses us most of the time is because you feel so alone, you're right in the hole, and you don't know if what I'm doing, is it the right thing?
Yeah. But also we don't know if the response that your body's having to motherhood is normal. Right. I remember with my first being like, is something wrong with me?
Yes.
You know?
Tell me, why do we like doing that as women and think something's wrong with me?
Because society puts it on us to make sure that our kids are okay. You know, that's that phrase, like, it takes a village. It does, but the village isn't there anymore. Society isn't set up that way.
No, I say it takes a village to raise a child, but that's the 21st century. I choose the village. So I like your idea of saying, let's have everybody around the table and then you choose who you want.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's been so awesome to have you here. I'm so happy. Understanding seasonal changes and their impact on mental health helps us to be more proactive and compassionate towards ourselves and others. By recognizing these patterns and implementing coping strategies, we can navigate the seasons with resilience and grace. Thank you, Rachel, for guiding us through this important discussion. That's a wrap for today. Remember to like, share, subscribe, follow us on all our social media platforms to keep the conversations going. Thank you for joining us on Conversations. Grace and peace be multiplied unto you and yours. Shalom.